Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is DC Roberts. Welcome to my channel.
Master of none,
A master.
rambling song.
Do do do. Yeah. So basically, this is my intro video or my attempts at intro video to talk about what this channel is, what it's going to be about, and I've been debating on what exactly it's going to be. Um, At first, I wanted to be an author tube, then I wanted to be a book tube, but it's really neither. It's just a channel to go along with my reading journey and my writing journey as a creative. I do write. I went to school for writing, so yeah, with I don't even know what this is going to be honestly, but they just put shit out there, see what happens. Yeah, I'm working on a couple of manuscripts, got a couple projects I'm working on, and whatnot. I'm trying to figure out a way to really make videos out of that. That's not boring, but at the same time doesn't really expose too much of what I'm doing. There's a level of secrecy I gotta keep on it. I want to make a video because I can ramble. Hence the name, Master of Ramble and Some, or Master of None, Ramble and Some. I'm a huge rambler. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about what things I'm working on, things I'm trying to do, whatnot, what you can expect from the channel, what I'm reading. That's what I'm going to do first. And then next video, I'm going to talk about a book I just read, which is this one. Just finished it. From the Shadows by Juan Jose Millás. Hopefully I said that correctly. This is a really good book. It's really good. It's underrated. It should get a lot more recognition than it actually does. But that's that. So to finish this one, so this is crossed off my list. I actually got a couple of books I'm gonna try to read. Don't know how long it's gonna take me, but hopefully not too long. When I'm reading, I'm gonna start with smallest, and there's just some back there so I can get them out of my way. So right now, I'm a horror / weird fiction writer. I do delve into different things. This is the book I'm reading right now, From the Darkness, or excuse me, Darkness on the Edge of Town by Bryant Keene. I heard a lot about his writing. And I kind of I don't read a lot of horror. I've read a lot more contemporary fiction. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading something that's actually in my genre. Haven't really finished a horror novel yet, so this will be my first one. I know I say I specialize in horror, but a lot of my experience from creating horror stories comes from movies and shows. So yeah, this is the one I'm reading. Definitely looking forward to. I wanted to read something that wasn't mainstream, like Stephen King, um, things in that area. Especially since I was talking to a novelist, and they said I should really try to focus on things aren't as mainstream because it's hard to really say especially I don't know if you guys ever did a query process, but trying to say what your book resembles. Well, actually, this is a lie. This is my first horror novel. I read a couple of Lovecraft, and then Ballad of the Black Tom by Viktor. Really good read. Um, uh, and trying to compare yourself to like you're writing to. If you read it, it's got a movie. It's a whole movie franchise. It got 2 parts. It's a TV series and a film. It's not going to really look too kindly on you. So I'm sorry. I keep looking at myself. I know I should be looking at y'all. It's not going to look too kindly on you. So I'm trying to read more horror novels so I can try to compare the two, or make better comparisons with my writing and whatnot. The next one, this one I've been meaning to read. It's a recent novel that was published by my English or my creative writing professor um, uh, for when I was in undergrad for creative writing. King of the Animals. I've actually never read too many of his. Wait, is this just a bunch of short stories? Oh snap! This might just, huh? Been wanting to read it. I got it. Me and a friend of mine. We're doing a workshop together, and we talked about this book, and so we're getting it. Definitely looking forward to reading it. Next one is I guess you would call it a memoir. Um, it's a really, really. I'm sorry, I got a email. Um, this one is a Victory Frankl. I'm sure y'all know it. Man's Search for Meaning. I am a big fan of philosophy, but I don't like reading it because I can get a little bored. I have a bunch of what's his name? Nietzsche, I believe his name is. Um, I had started reading Thus Spoken Zarthamusa. So yeah, I actually enjoyed it. I started it several times, but people keep taking the book from me, so I actually never got to finish it. But every single time I read it, I love it. It's a really good book. I think this is based off of what I've read, which is probably like a little like probably like a third of the book. It's a good read that I would recommend people. I think everybody should read it. Um, I actually picked up this book after watching a book review from PewDiePie. Yes, I am a Felix fan. This one is more of a career based book that I'm reading. I actually have two other books with the same um, for the same career. This is Slay the Dragon, Writing Great Video Games. I do game a lot. I play a lot of games, video games specifically, and I've always been drawn to the narratives. I'm a big narrative geek. I love narratives in any of their formats, whether it be film, television, TV shows, or no, no, that's television, um, short stories, poems, memoirs, novels, video games. I love narrative, so I wanted to go into narrative design. So this is my little career book. This one I have another one. Is up under my my notebooks and shit like that. So now I don't feel like getting it. Narrative design is a very interesting thing for me because it's. I used to write a lot of um, scripts when I first started writing. I stopped there. I wanted to go into short stories and novels. So this is kind of interesting because it's kind of bringing me back to writing, to focus more so on screenwriting style, narrative, like writing in the format of screenwriting or script writing, whatever. Um, and I've been reading it. It's definitely been helpful. I'm trying to get a job as a narrative designer. It's just something that I would want to do. Not the end all be all, but definitely would be my preferred career. And also do that along with being a full time writer. This book, I took the cover. Oh, all my hardcovers, I take the little paper part that has like the graphic on it. I take it off. So this one, I was looking forward to getting this book because it was a book that it was a book by Gyasi. Hopefully I said that right. I'm a big fan of hers. I read Homegoing and I fucking loved it. I actually had the paperback and I went back and bought the hardcover. The hardcover. It's a really good read. I think it was the first story I read um, in my career writing program um, that made me a lot more interested in making or really uh, got me to making my written stories more ethnic in a sense, putting my own ethnicity in it, putting that touch of myself into my individuality. Um, because a lot of times I would not actually, when I first started writing, I wouldn't describe my characters because I didn't really know what I wanted them to look like. Because for the most part, when I was a kid, I read a lot of books. At the library, it would like if it wasn't fantasy, and there were mostly white people were the main protagonists and stuff like that. And my mom had me read like a lot of Toni Morrison, um, things like that. There was another book, can't remember what it's called. It was like about three brothers, but it was like this certain era of like, as a kid, you want to kind of read something that's more along with what you want to read, which for me was fantasy. Um, and Homegoing isn't necessarily fantasy. Um, it's a fiction, it's a contemporary fiction book, and I actually really loved it, and it made me want to uh, add more flavor, more color to my stories, and so like a lot of my writing now. Um, I have a better view on who I want my main characters to be, which are definitely I write more so about people of color, specifically black, only because I'm black. I mean, what can you expect? You know what I'm saying? So uh, this she definitely helped me find my identity and my creativity. So I say all that to say, Transcendent Kingdom actually got a little
Is that a grease stain?
Get a little messed up on the edge right there. Transcendent Kingdom is the second novel that I got of hers. It was recently published, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. I wish I could give you a better description of it. I'm not really giving you descriptions of the books because uh, I don't read the back cover of books. I refuse to read the back cover of books. Something that I just, while I was going through the creative writing program, a lot of literary fiction, the back of the book didn't actually tell what the book was about. Mainly because of literary fiction typically deals with, and that's also what I went to school for, was literary fiction. Um, it's not necessarily about the plot. So trying to have like plot details on the back of the book is kind of hard to do. So yeah, I only know a little bit about what this book's about. I know it's something about I think it's like something to do with a neurologist or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Yes. Uh, so actually, I'm going to talk about this book last. Another horror novel that I plan on reading, and I'm a big geek about the formatting of the book, which is why I like it so much. I opened it and I love the formatting. I was like, I gotta fucking read this. It's a horror book. Apparently, it's well known. It's called House of Leaves. It is. Let me tell you something. When you first read it, when you first open it up, it's there's one of my bookmarks. Look at that. It got typeface, just regular format and whatever. And then I'm flipping through it, and then you get to regular formatting. It has like little annotations on the bottom. So I'm like, oh, okay, well that's decent, whatever. And then as I go, I realize that the formatting keeps changing, and I don't know why. And I remember I, I always flip to this page. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know how this has anything to do with the story. But when I saw this, do you see that? And so the only thing I can imagine is that the way that it's like you got upside down boxes just all plastered all over the place. You don't know what the hell is what. I mean, look at that. It's all over the fucking place. And so the only thing I can think of is, does this book give off a level of anxiety? Like, look at that. What the fuck does that even mean? It makes like this story like kind of like it makes it feel like a little cryptic, and kind of just gives me a bunch of random like page after page. It's just one letter. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to expect. And I think that's one of the thrills for me, at least. I don't know what to expect out of it. It could be fucking anything. So, you know, that's why I'm excited about it. Apparently, it was a bunch of stories that were then turned into one story and published. I don't know the actual ins and outs about it. I just know that I love the formatting of it. I thought it was really unique, really cool, and I picked it up and said, I'm gonna fucking read it. The last one. Um, this one is I recently got it. I actually got 3 other books on the way. One of them is I think it's called Mexican Goth. Gosh, I don't want to be that person. Let me just let me look. Mexican Goth, the only God, Mexican Goth, Mexican Gothic, the only good Indians, and the Year of the Witching. Those are 3 novels that I just ordered. They're coming in today and tomorrow. Um, Definitely looking forward to it. I actually have a whole bookshelf of unread books. I have 2. I need a big one. But I have two bookshelves of unread books I need to read. That's one of the reasons why I'm making this try to force myself to start reading. Um, and yeah, so the most recent book to come in is Americanah. Actually, this came in the same time as that Brian Keene book, Darkness on the Edge of Town. This one actually my mom recommended to me. She said, excuse me, she said I should listen to the audiobook. But I have nothing against audiobooks, but as a writer, I prefer to read. It definitely gives me a little bit added benefit because I can see how the words look on the page, see the sentence structure, how did they word something. You're able to be a lot more uh anal about like the certain. 'Cause I do take notes on what I read. I do take notes on what I read. I keep forgetting to look into the camera, or not look at myself, but look at the camera. Take notes on it, stuff like that. And it's just like little things you see on paper you wouldn't notice if you listen to it. But I heard that listening to it is also really good because the accents and the way that they talk about stuff, the voice acting is really, really good apparently. So after I read it, I might listen to it. It's like an 18-hour listen, so I'm not sure if I'm actually going to listen to it, but definitely want to read it. Those are the books I'm reading. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books. So far, I've managed to read a book a week. And by a book a week, I mean this one, which only really should have took me a day. So probably like when I get to the longer books like Americanah and House of Leaves, probably take me a little bit longer. Or I'm going to actually have to like just buckle down on reading. Kind of hard right now because I'm working on like a lot of projects with other people, narrative design projects, screenwriting projects, really trying to get my authorship up and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. Thank you for coming to my channel. I know I didn't really go into the books. I don't really uh, like I said, I don't really read the back of books. I feel like they do the book a disservice. So I kind of just flip through it, read random stuff. Sometimes I'll read the very last page. The next thing I'm going to talk about in the next video is going to be From the Shadows. I'm going to just give a review of the notes I took and things like that. I'm going to be wearing the same stuff, so it's not going to be on a different day. Yeah, 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 yeah. More coffee. Okay. It is Saturday. Yeah, so you probably gonna see me doing the next video with a glass of wine or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for coming. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.